The first big update, patch 1.02, is finally there for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we're going to be talking about that. Stay tuned for this. What's up, guys? I'm Frankie Boy on this channel covering everything regarding Assassin's Creed Shadows, and welcome to the party. The first big patch is finally there, bringing you a lot of awesome stuff while also hinting at something exciting coming in the near future, so stay tuned. Yeah, obviously you should stay tuned for that on this channel. Now, first of all, we have the patch size. It's 9 to 19 gigabytes depending on your system. Nothing too fancy, nothing too big. But the features that are coming are fancy and big. First of all, this is really a gem. We have the auto follow and speed improvements for horse riding. This is so crucial and important. I was sick of me having to manually drive or ride my horse while I couldn't drink a Coke and enjoy my life while waiting for Yasuke and Naoi to appear at the destination. And now this is possible after that patch. This is pure awesomeness for me personally, because I get bored when I ride. I mean, yeah, that's kind of my problem, but maybe you feel the same way. Second up, we can now ride horses in the cities faster. You better watch your steps or your horse's steps now, because obviously, you might ram into some guys, but yeah, it's great that they added that speed. Second up, we got a huge upgrade for the mastery nodes. You can now reset individual nodes, as you can see on the bottom right here. So, by the way, this patch is already maybe out now, depending on when you're watching this video. But you can see 2 p.m. UTC, 10 a.m. EDT, and 7 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, so as stated before, these are great because you can now just pick one node that you want to reset and leave the rest alone, and this makes so much sense, and this got on my nerves quite a few times. Speaking of getting on my nerves, yeah, you're getting on my nerves because I need one after all that manual selling and dismantling, which is a thing of the past. This is great. You can now tag items as trash and then sell all the tagged items, or then sell, or of course dismantle them at your hideout, depending if you're in the hideout at your blacksmith or if you're at the trader in the world. You can now do that in batches, and this makes so much sense. Why didn't they come up with it earlier? They obviously knew that this was a must-have, and this feedback was so crucial that we as a community gave this feedback, and they could then implement it in the game. Great, perfect. Thank you, we needed that. Next up, the investigation board shortcut. You can now optionally go with your option holding button and open it with a single press, but you need to keep it pressed. Same for PC, I guess. Maybe you will then have to hold the escape button or so. But yeah, that's great, and we needed that as well, so we can track our next target smoothly and don't have to go into the inventory and then to the next one or on the world map, etc. Now for your PlayStation guys out there, and I know most of you are likely playing on PlayStation 5, I would say maybe even 60-70% of all the Assassin's Creed Shadows players are on that console. Now they added PSSR support, obviously not on the Pro only, but on both console, on the PS5 and PS5 Pro. But for those of you on the PS5 Pro, you can now turn on the PSSR, but you have to do that manually. So if you're playing on that, please go to the menu and enable it if you want to enable it, of course. And the next thing they changed, it is a great thing as well. We have the fidelity mode, I was getting it wrong. New approach, the balanced mode, is now closer to the fidelity or the quality mode than the performance mode. So they have likely added a few less FPS for a little bit more graphical perfection in the balanced mode. So it's closer to the quality mode now. And by the way, I played on that quality mode, not for too much because I need those FPS, but I think the balanced mode FPS are enough for me. This is a thing everybody came up with. 30 FPS in the hideout? How can that be? And this is now available, but only on the performance mode. 30 plus is only available for the performance mode on PS5 as well. So if you're playing on the quality mode, you will still have that lock there for various reasons, because they can't optimize the area that much if you as a player create it, and this will then lead to performance issues in the worst cases, so they likely limited it. They did a lot of stuff as well, like improved balancing of boss fights, like the Pathfinder appeared in photo mode. Throw the kunai, oh this is a huge one. The Toolmaster's gear should now be working properly when doing the assassination, and especially with a double assassination, which is now approved. You can't, by the way, use it anymore if you like got rid of the skill, which was a thing back then. You could like use it without having the skill. You need it now, but you can do the double assassinations now, and now hopefully properly throw that kunai from the Toolmaster's gear, which is amazing for starters for triple assassinations. It's awesome. Now they changed a lot more for quests, and I don't want to go over it. I just don't want to spoil you guys, so you just see the pure mass of things they addressed here, but you can't read the details. While they also did something for stealth and AI and combat, and yeah, we also briefly touched on some of those points mentioned there already. Like one of the few things that stuck to my eyes was like the Yasuke fix that he could not like call his mount when he had an unsheathed weapon. I don't know why that was, obviously a bug. The accuracy of the Teppo is now improved, and I don't know if that weapon ever was inaccurate. I don't know, but I hit the spot. In some cases, Naue could actually she could disarm enemies. It would be awesome if she could like disarm them and then instantly dismantle their weapons, but that has never been the case. But she could disarm them with light attacks, which is a thing of the past now as well. Now for transmogrification, there were some issues as well. So those various bugs are now fixed. Also, there was a bug when you had like a microtransaction from the store and you were trying to like get into that latest save game. The characters kind of appeared undressed, and this should be a thing of the past as well. A crazy bug, and I think yeah, that's gone now. As well as the saddles. Saddles at some point were uncommon, which is a rarity, and this did not make sense for all of the saddles to have them in the same rarity, even if one looked like clearly more fancy than the other one. And now this should be a fancy legendary stuff for you. The juicy thing about Assassin's Creed and patches is always what happens with the save games. It's never like a safe thing that your save game will save you at some point, because you might get lost off that save game. And if I remember Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I had like 30 hours of progression lost because of a save game bug. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, I had to like get all of my save games from GeForce Now to the PC and the PlayStation, which was only available with one online slot, and I had to like save it and then load it again and then save it there and here and there, and I had to like reboot my game up to 8 times because I wanted to create save games for each and every season for my review guide. And yeah, so I have a lot to complain about save games in Assassin's Creed games because of my job, obviously, content creation, but they kind of addressed some save game problems here for you guys, and if you encountered them, feel free to like pause that video right now and see. Maybe they fixed something that was a thing for you, like an error code or so that could have like corrupted your save files. Winter is back! Game of Thrones fans can finally be happy again in Assassin's Creed Shadows, because the snow was gone. I don't know why that was, but somehow the snow was gone in some seasonal regions or so, and this is of course a pity, because winter would look trash without snow. It was just like look dark and dull and like a bad autumn, I would say. Now the frost is back for everyone. I didn't experience it, I think, because obviously there are snowy regions and not so snowy regions, especially in the north. We have a little bit more snow than in the south. But yeah, it's great that they addressed it. They also addressed some synchronization things, some stuck and falling through objects. I had that. I flew over the map as well, but that was in early access, to be fair, and it was a really long flight. It was funny, but in the end I died because I touched the ground. They adjusted some loot box or some loot chests in castles, so we might now encounter them in different positions or with different stuff. I'm not too sure what they exactly changed about that positioning of the certain loot chests. It might not be the legendary ones. They are like always at the same spot, which is kind of boring, to be honest, at this point. Now the Pathfinder tool also created some errors and they fixed that. Great. As you can see, there's a lot to cover and a lot that they worked on. World activities. You can now no longer enter Yasuke's Kofun with Naoe, and I did that in early access as well, and I was able to kind of finish that Yasuke's Kofun with some workarounds, which was tough because I had to use like some vases that I got from somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. But yeah, I somehow managed to finish that Yasuke Kofun. It was fun, though it could have been very depressing for a person not noticing that it isn't designed for your specific character you're playing. And this makes sense to just put up that barrier for those people. Or maybe what would have been better would be like, you can kind of creatively solve that Yasuke Kofun, but there's like a pop-up, this is not meant for Naoe. You should play this with Yasuke. Would be like, I don't know, it would be kind of a challenge for me, and I would love to address that. But yeah, we have so much things, so many changes, and I think Ubisoft is on the right track. We have that bug report feature, which is like super awesome for you to report on bugs. I mentioned that in my patch 101 video as well. That is up on the channel here if you want to see that bug reporting feature and check it out. Feel free to watch that patch 101. And thank you so much for sticking and tuning into the channel. Maybe you want to check out this video on that top right here, which might be the title update 101. Or this one. This could be of great help to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you in the next video. And goodbye, guys.